So why do we need testing tools in EHDS? Oh no, it's okay. Gazelle. Okay, testing EHDS with Gazelle. So my name is Alain Ribault. I'm from Carival, and Carival is a partner of IHE Europe and IHE Catalysts for the development and the evolution of the Gazelle platform. I just extract this small part of the EHDS regulation. We will have interoperability requirements provided by XT EHR system, and the regulation expects to have a digital testing environment, self-declaration of conformity, and register of the certified EHR system. What does it mean? It means that you need to have a testing environment to test the conformity of EHDS requirements, to gather and store the evidence, the result of the execution of the test, to provide a self-assessment report in order to be registered if your test or your results of the test are okay, to be registered as a certified EHR system. The test environment, I'm not sure that it must be recognized, but it's a better thing that these testing tools is recognized as providing the good result of the test without any error in the testing environment. So now we think that Gazelle can play a lot in this context, and the Gazelle and the ecosystem of Gazelle. So what is Gazelle? Gazelle is an interoperability and conformity testing platform, testing environment. We had a previous presentation about Connect Athens project, Athens conformity assessment, and the testing continuum. So this is, let's say, a pretty old platform, more than 20 years old, and with more than 2 million of code lines, and it integrates a lot of tools, a lot of components, in order to be adaptable to different ELs context. So we can see on the schema, the first part is the assertion management, and in this part we can store the requirements to be tested. The second part is the test management. In the test management, we will manage the test and the traceability with the requirements, the value sets, the test plan, all the things needed to describe the test. And after, we have an important component, which is the proxy. And the proxy is especially used when we do peer testing, because it registers the transaction between the two peers during the test, in order to validate them later. And the validation can be automatically do using a front end of validation. This is EVS, EVS client. And behind this front end of validation, we have different validators. And we have also simulators. In the case, for example, if we do conformance testing, we have one system to test and to assess the conformity, and we use it and we test it with our simulators. So that's why you can see 3 connections to the platform, 2 connections for the peers and the connection to the proxy, and the other connection to our simulator for the conformance testing. So this is another view of the Gazelle platform and the other components. So we have the core of the platform. The core of the platform is the management of the test and management of the result, and an API also in order to connect with the test management. We have the front end of validation, EVS client. And also Gazelle Security Suite, it's to deal with security during test. And after, we have a lot of tools behind this core. We have validator, we have simulators, and also tools for the ecosystem. This is the strength of the Gazelle platform. This is that we have APIs in order also to connect external tools, and you can develop your tools and you can connect it to the APIs or the API of the platform. And the other part and the other, let's say, strength of this platform is that we can use it in a secure testing space. You can have your own testing space after being logged in the platform, and you can keep the confidentiality of your test execution and test result. And in the context of the EHDS labeling, it is absolutely mandatory to have this functionality. Oh, sorry. So now, Gazelle platform is already used in the context of EHDS system. The first system that we tested was NCP, and we worked with DigiSanté on this aspect. With different scenario of test. So we have now a lot of testing tools available to test profiles in MyHealth.eu. And we also try to do the mapping between EHDS essential requirements and what tools we already have, or the work we already done on this context. So we see that we have some tools. Of course, they are not aligned with the version of the specification because they are not already available. So we will have to do the adaptation of the tools and of the testing plans and the test regarding the new requirements. But we will not work from scratch. We already have existing things. So now, a short presentation of the usage of the Gazelle platform. So, as I already said, you can test, and it was questions or a discussion just before. We can test transactions, and we can test the contents. For the transaction, it can be between two peers, and we use our proxy in order to collect the transaction and after do the validation, and or with a simulator if it's a conformity assessment scope. And for the content, we can upload the content into the platform, either in the test management, and from the test management part, we can execute the test of the content, or we can also use our EVS client, the front-end testing, to also upload the content to be verified. So first of all, a presentation of the test management part. In this component, so you can manage, of course, your user account, and you can manage, you can register your system, so you can manage your system on the test. You can access to your test plan and test cases according to the system you registered in the platform. And also you can manage the tester results and the reporting of the test. And in the case of EHDS, it can be used to prepare securely the evidences and the reports for self-declaration of conformity. This is the home page of the Gazelle test management. So here, this version is configured for the next connectathon. Because in the platform, we can also manage different test sessions. You can manage, if you have an instance of the Gazelle, you can manage your own test session. And so you can be logged after in the platform, and in this case, as a user, so you can see how to use the test management in order to, as I said, register your system, choose your test plan, test cases, access to it, execute the test, produce the results and the report. So you have different menus. The first one is you can access to the specification. If you want to know more about the specification to be tested in your cases or in other cases. You have also a menu in order to configure the network of your tools. If it's a tools producing transactions, and also to manage the certificate. And after the important part is the menu regarding testing, with the execution of the test, the status of the of your test, and so on. And you have another part, which is the administration of your organization, because you can have different users of the platform. And in the testing part, so you can have access to a test plan, and you can have access also to the description of the test with a workflow, and after with the different step of the test. And you execute your test, and you put the status of the test, and you can also upload evidences regarding your test if it's required. For example, produce content, or yes, product content, or an image or something like that. And you can also have access at the result of your test to know what is the status. And this status is also used by monitor. Monitor are people who verify the test in an independently manner, and it is used especially during connectathon. The other way to use the platform is to use our front end of validation. This front end can be used in different cases. For example, if you want to validate your product during the development in a continuous manner, you can connect your tool to the API of EVS, and we can use it in order to, I don't know, push content and execute the validation get the result, I don't know, in your continuous environment. So this is the first way to use it. And the other way to use it is to use the interface of the front-end on validation. So you have the same parts you can belog, but you can also use this front-end validation anonymously. In that case, all the results will be visible. So if you want to have your own secure space, you must be logged. So this is the home page of EVS client, and the tool is configurable, so you can add new validator, new simulator on this part, and you can also manage different menu with all of your validators. So this is an example of the use of Fire Validator. So we have selected the Fire Validator, and we will validate resource. So we first select the corresponding Fire Validator and load the Fire resource. And we select the validation. After the validation phase, we have the result, and we have two parts in the result. We have because we test the syntactic and the semantic part of the document. So that's why we have two parts also in the report. The syntax validation part, and we call it the compliance, but this is the semantic part. So we store the result, and we can use it later. We can also share this result with I don't know, other partner or other colleague in the same company, and we can share it either publicly or privately. And in the near future, we also work on some other innovation on the platform and how to use AI in order to support us, to assist us in some testing activities. The first one is for the improvement of Fire HI, improve the quality. We analyze the consistency of the AG. We experiment also how to generate test plan from IHE profiles, and to generate test from Fire AG, and to test the data quality in the context of AI system. We have in Careval a dedicated AI team, and they work on this innovation. So as a conclusion, the testing platform is available and accessible. As I said, we will have some adjustment to do regarding the new specification of the IDS regulation. So the core tools are available. Some validator and simulator are usable. You can use it, and we can together improve the Gazelle platform and the Gazelle environment in order to try to reach the objective of the EHDS regulation. And we can use it and improve the testing platform, the Gazelle testing platform, in the parallel of the production of these EHDS requirements. That's all from my side. Thank you.